In this video, we're going to talk about managing hijackers. So at this point, you might be wondering, what the heck is a hijacker, right? Well, what we're going to talk about is exactly what they are and why they are one of the biggest pests for all Amazon sellers. Over time, what you might notice is that your buy box percentage is lower than it should be. If that's the case, you'll want to look at your buy box percentage on your business reports and make sure a VA is monitoring your seller listing. And what they want to check for is to make sure you're the only seller, because a hijacker is someone who is selling your product without your proper authorization. And since we are private labeling and our only method of distribution is ourselves, there are times when another merchant jumps on our listing claiming to have our products. So we want to try and avoid those times at all costs. Most of the time they have counterfeit products and are trying to piggyback off of all of your hard work that you've spent building your actual brand. So there are several types of hijackers. People that picked up your product at a discount site, and really that's not much of a hijacker. It means they're only selling one or two of your product and just trying to make a quick buck. And you also have sellers that are trying to sell their generic product off as your product. And then finally, a third-party seller that picked up your product as part of a liquidation deal. And sometimes when you allow unfulfillable inventory to stay in Amazon, Amazon will sell that inventory to a liquidation site and then they'll put the product up on your listing. So you want to be aware of that. And also you'll notice that sometimes Amazon warehouse deals will also list on your site. And that's when Amazon has damaged your product and they sell it off. And that's because they will pay you for that when they do that. So not everyone is a hijacker. If someone picked up your product from a third-party deal site like Uber's On Club, they are not a hijacker. There's somebody that is selling an authentic product that is actually your product. They are not a hijacker. So how many does that person have? What we need to do is find that out before we do anything else. How many do they have? How much are they actually selling the product for? And the way we figure this out is we'll want to add that product to cart from the hijacker. You'll modify the cart and add the maximum possible. So it'll let you add it to the cart. If it's under $999, Amazon will tell you the exact number. Anytime somebody has one or two of your actual product, it's not a hijacker. If they have more than 10, they are probably testing your product. So how do we remove them? Well, if they are selling for much higher than you, I would just let them stay because there's no reason. They're just sitting there selling your product for much more than you have it. If they have more than 10 or a price the same as you or lower, try and win the buy box. Begin with the following process. Click on the seller name, click on ask a question, and put I need assistance with an item for sale. Then select a subject and make that subject other question, and send the following as the first email. Now you'll probably need to take a screenshot of this. This is cease and desist 1, and you'll want to put all this information in cease and desist 1 and make sure that they get it through the add a question feature. So take a screenshot, write it out, and send this off as your first letter. And that's all through email. Now here is cease and desist 2. If within 24 hours they haven't contacted you, send out cease and desist letter 2. And that looks kind of like this. So take a screenshot of this and write it out, and you'll send this 24 hours after. And then lastly, if they don't comply, have you and reliable friends and family do at least 3 to 5 orders from it. Try to see if you can get friends and family that are in actual different parts of the country. Gather all your friends' order numbers and have them send in a picture of the counterfeit products right next to the real product. And you want to show packaging or any numbers on there. And then what you want to do is you want to fill out this form with the following details. That form can be found at amazon.com/gp/help/reports/infringement. And you want to fill that form out and create a case in Seller Central to file a complaint and let them know that you have somebody selling your product and they are counterfeit. You'll want to include all the photos and all the data that you've collected up to this point. And you can also apply for something called brand registry when you have a trademark. When you have brand registry 2.0, you can complain within brand registry. And I have already tested this, so I know that it works, but I have brand registry on one of my top products. And when I get a hijacker on there and I make a complaint through brand registry, it immediately removes the hijacker. So it's kind of like a blessing that make sure you sign up for as soon as you can. And that is pretty much it for how you protect yourself against hijackers. So if you use that actual plan that I just laid out here, you should be able to remove a hijacker pretty much 100% of the time. And I'll see you guys and gals in the next video.